Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Bloodspill, and today I'm bringing you Road to Completionist episode 7. And all the clips that I got for you this week are just all leveling clips. I didn't actually get to play RuneScape that much. All these leveling clips are strictly from like daily challenges and things like that. There are probably only 2 levels that I didn't do that wasn't off any sort of dailies. And I believe that was like 80 thieving and 80 fishing. And the reason why I decided to get those was, well, you guys know about like the festive aura and everything, and how you get 50% bonus XP capped at like 50k or whatever. And I've been using that on summoning, and that actually got me a lot of summoning levels, which you'll see later on. But so before I started using the festive aura and started trading summoning or whatever, summoning was my lowest skill. So it was my lowest skill, and then like if I looked at all my other stats that were below 80, they were like level 78 and 79 or something like that. So I figured using Festive Aura all the way throughout December on summoning, it would easily take me like 90 summoning. So I figured that I should just get 80 plus stats, and that's why I got 80 thieving and 80 fishing. And in case you were wondering, I was not exaggerating about the 90 summoning thing. If my calculations are correct, I could get 90 summoning off of this. But the problem is, I still need to collect a bit more charms. I had a lot of charms before I started using the Festive Aura and training summoning or whatever. I think I had like 2k greens, 2k golds, 3k crimsons, and 1k blues. Now all the greens are gone. All the golds are gone. I'm starting to use the blues. I think I have like 800 of those left. I have just a little bit under 3k for crimsons. And when I say a little bit, I mean, it was like 2.9k or something like that. I don't know. Maybe I won't need more charms, because like summoning is kind of hard to calculate, because like the XP rates are different depending on like what level you are and like what charms you use, and it gets really confusing. I really don't want to figure that out until I run really low on charms, and plus I don't really want to try to figure out what I want to do at what level. I just simply base that off of like what charms I have available to me. So yeah, that's how it's going down with summoning and whatever. And also, in case you were wondering what I was actually making with my charms, with the gold charms, I made Barker Toads. Those are actually fairly cheap and decent experience, I suppose. For the green charms, I made Fruit Bats. Those are also fairly cheap and for decent experience. And you can also turn them into scrolls to get a little bit more experience, and actually gives you a little bit more money as well. So I think that's worth doing. People use Fruit Bat scrolls because like I don't know, they like summon a fruit bat or whatever, and then they use the scroll, and then it like scatters all these fruits on the floor or something like that, and they pick up like the papayas and stuff, and those things are like a K each, and the scrolls are only like, I don't know, like 200 300 GP, so they make quite a bit of profit actually doing that, and it gets them a little bit of summoning XP, but it's like a very small amount. I think it's like 1.4 XP a cast, so I wouldn't recommend training summoning that way, but if you have the patience for it, go ahead. As for the Crimson Charms, I made Granite Lobster Pouches up until level 83 summoning, and when I got to 83, I started making Lava Titan Pouches, which require blue charms, and that's what I'm going to be using all my blue charms on. Granite Lobster Pouches are fairly cheap, but there might be cheaper alternatives if you're like a higher level or whatever. And I'm making Lava Titan Pouches with the blue charms, because those are really cheap as well. And I know you gotta collect your own obsidian charms, but it is definitely worth the time, unless you're some like crazy dicer guy with like a 10 bill bank that can just blow money on it. Then I would probably pick other things then. But Lava Titan Pouches are like the best thing you could make if you want to save money, and I guarantee you it's worth it to get the obsidian charms. And in case you didn't know, the obsidian charms were the secondary ingredient for the Lava Titan Pouches, and they're not tradable. That's why you got to get them yourself. So, anyways, I think that's enough for leveling and training summoning and whatever. So anyways, what I've been doing in real life for like the past week or since the last episode is, well, if you watched the last episode, I said that my semester for school is ending soon, so that means I gotta wrap up like the rest of the work I gotta do, and then after the classes are over, there are finals which I gotta study for, and yeah, that's just gonna suck. I'm pretty much gonna try to finish everything before the double dungeoneering XP and tokens come in, because I want to take advantage of that to get as many dungeoneering levels as I can. Of course, if I like really need a study or whatever, I'm gonna do that instead. But um, if I don't have anything left to do, I'm just gonna try dungeoneer as much as I can within those 48 hours. Even if I dungeoneer for like those 48 hours, I still have a very large time frame to study, because I live in eastern United States, so I'm like 5 hours behind UK time. The double dungeoneering stuff would end at like Sunday at 7 p.m. for me, and my final isn't even until like 1 p.m. on Monday, so, and it's like I'm not even taking all these finals at once, so actually, in reality, there's only one I have to study for, because I have two finals on Monday and the other one's English. Who studies for English? Come on. So overall, it has been pretty boring since I was just going back and forth between home and school, stuck doing schoolwork. I couldn't even do anything, even though I wanted to. Actually, something interesting did happen. So on Mondays and Wednesdays, right, I would have like a 35-minute gap in between classes from like 12:15 to 12:50. For whatever reason, they just don't offer classes between those times. I guess they want to give people a lunch break or whatever. I mean, around 12:15 is a decent lunch time, so I guess that's the reason why. But anyways, so 35 minutes, I don't really have anything to do. I don't even bother to eat, because 11 to 12:15 is like my first class, so it's like I eat before I go to school, and then I eat an hour later. Is like not really in the mood for it, you know what I mean? So normally what I do is I just roam around campus and start, talking to people I know and whatever, right? And there's one day in particular, I decided to go to class early, like right after I left my first class, because on that day, we had to do some kind of group presentation, and I didn't even know how my group was gonna be doing this presentation, so I decided to go early so we can prepare or whatever. And I walk in, no one from my group is even there. Well, actually, one person was, but there was 6 people in my group, including myself, so the other 4 wasn't even there. So what I did, I take out my phone or whatever, I sit down, I go on Facebook, Twitter, whatever. I'm just doing random stuff, trying to keep myself from being bored and stuff. And next thing I know, some girl screams out, "I'm trying to fix my tits." And I look up like, wait, hold on, what just happened? And no joke, I see this chick pulling toilet paper out of her bra. I just ended up face palming and trying not to laugh. But anyways, I wish I could end the commentary right here on a high point because of that story, but this is still a Road to Completionist Cape episode. That story definitely deserves a like rating though, but anyways, like I said, this is still a Road to Completionist Cape episode. Here are my stats. Want to take a look at them or whatever, just pause the video. And on the side next to my stats, of course, are the H and FGs I can open. If you come across any of these, come into my friend's chat or whatever and ask me to assist you and whatever. I can open all Herblore ones because I have 97 Herblore. I can open 91 and 93 farming because I can boost those levels. So if you haven't seen a Road to Completionist Cape episode from me before, in the last part of all my Road to Completionist Cape episodes, I showed you a full list of all the requirements for an untrimmed Completionist Cape. And normally these texts would be in 3 different colors, but this one's 2. The green ones are the ones that I've already completed. The red ones are the ones that I have not completed. And sometimes you'll see blue text, which means those are the ones that I've completed within the episode. Obviously, I haven't completed any of this episode, but oh well. As you can see, all quests completed is still in red. That's because I still haven't done Brink of Extinction yet, which is the only quest that I haven't done. So I don't know when I'll get that done, to be honest with you. Probably sometime after semester's over. But anyways, don't really have anything else to say for this episode, so I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like rating and subscribe, especially for that story. But anyways, as Bloodspill, I'm out.